And so soon I find my corazón, where joy ignites and we become one. And so soon.
Alright, chat. Touchdown in SDQ. I touched down at SDQ and right away, I could tell the crowd was different from POP. This wasn't tourists fresh off of vacation mode. I used to Greyhound all the time, so the flight itself was nothing. But not being fluent in Spanish was a sign of caution. All I could think about is that machete fight video I saw on Twitter. I caught eyes with something nice at baggage claim. I'm like, hola. She says, buen dia, and asked me something in Spanish. I'm like, oh, poquito español, amor. She giving me that look like, I know what you're doing here, gringo. And I'm looking at her like, I know you know what I'm doing here. So what we doing here? I stay polite and let it go, though. The OG from work hooked me up with an armed guard that does security for the president. And chat, I realized my little Duolingo Spanish was not gonna cut it out here. I told y'all that I learned from my last trip not to hit everybody up before I touched down. That shit just brings too many headaches. I was staying downtown in Piantini. I got the B&B from a YouTuber I trust named Ronan the Traveler. He rocked my son flip-flop and everything he said about DR checked out so far. Just being in traffic, you could tell Santo is different from the zoo. This is people moving with purpose. Every day, going to work, back and forth. We stopped by Caribbean Tours and the armed guard exchanged my bread for me. Son hopped out with the grip on him and handled business. I ain't gonna front chat. I posted it on my gram. I had to pop shit. One thing I would never do though, chat, is drive in DR. Y'all think Manhattan is bad? These niggas are lawless, gang. Facts. When we stopped at McDonald's, it was a pretty cashier that was giving me the eyes. She was pregnant though. I'm like, sweetheart, you gotta chill. She asked the guard could she get my number. I'm laughing like, mama, you trying to have twins or something? She lucky I got a little respect because even though she was pregnant, if you know, you know. I'm gonna leave it at that. I headed upstairs in the B&B to check in my room. The guard told me link up if I wanted to go to Mixer that night. They said Mixer had some of the baddest things in the town, and I wanted to see what all that hype was about. Because my flight landed early, the B&B cleaner was still in there working. I just wanted to bring my bags in and get out that hot-ass lobby. Her name was Rosanna. Calm, humble, pretty smile, little curves on her too. She spoke a little decent English, and I'm on everything. We did like 2 shots of Dawn. I could tell she was getting a little friendly when she hugged me. I tried her, but she politely declined. I respected it though. I settled in the B&B and immediately started scrolling through my top hitters. That's when I noticed Santo Domingo energy is different. In Sosua, a chica might call you down 15 times just to get next to you. In Santo, they might front on you a little. The first chica I hit was doing Santeria in our WhatsApp. I was like, hell nah. We ain't come across the water to get no spells on us. Then I hit the acrobat. She used to do splits when we hoop on some Simone Biles shit. She like, Poppy, I don't live in DR no more. I'm like, what? She like, I live in America now. I'm like, damn. I ain't even unpacked my bags and I'm like, down 2 chicas already. This shit can't be life. Now I go to hit Leslie. Texting, no answer. Texting, no answer. I check her WhatsApp story. She just got married to her gringo. I'm like, oh nah, again? These freaking gringos is marrying my favorites out the game. That shit had me kind of sick. So I go to hit Nora. She like, Poppy, I just got out of surgery and I'm in a healing clinic, but I'll come see you. At first, I'm like, nah, I don't want to play soft on the court. I'm like SGA mixed with Draymond. It could get a little rough. I told her 4,000. She stopped answering me. I'm like, I bet this is getting too crazy now. I'm trying to shower and brush my teeth to calm down, but a nigga whole roster is falling apart right before his eyes, and I just got here. A hood rat named Lisette was available. I usually don't mess with this type in the States, but I had to hit the panic button, chat. Everything going wrong for me right now. She was from the trenches. I sent 3 Ubers to her, and they all got lost. Her block ain't even have a street name, but that was an in and out situation anyway, though. So now I'm back scrolling, because everybody say how it's so lit here, and I'll be damn far left off of Bad and Bougie. Some fine thick shit hit me up that I seen on a vlog with my man Virtual Frenzy. Frenzy a young turnt nigga, so I know if she made the vlog that she had to be action-packed. I'm like, Amor, I need you to pull up ahora. She was a quote-unquote chef that traveled back and forth from Punta Cana. I ain't asked her to cook nothing because she already brought the yams, clearly.
Don't you ever think you're too good for big girl head, nigga? Don't you ever think you're too good for big girl head?
I was like, good gracious, ass is bodacious. You know, think mamas be getting hit every day, chat, contrary to popular belief. I went into it thinking I was gonna give her buckets, chat, but she started backing me down like Shaq in the paint. Straight dominance. You know how they say it's more cushion for the pushing? I say it's more squishing for the gushing. I ain't get wild on like that in a minute.
You can't win a championship without a good big.
Can't be sleeping on them dickies, chat. They step on the court underrated and they overperform. They got a next man up mentality. She was a champ. Whoever Frenzy vouched for could get my pesos any day. I woke up from a nap and hit Yenny. She was the slim model type. You could tell she was influenced by American culture. Had a little attitude like she thought she was Kylie Jenner or something. She used to sell little Sheen dresses and wanted me to feel like it was a privilege for me to even be dealing with her. On WhatsApp, I seen her reading The Art of Seduction. She don't know I read that book mad times. I ain't gonna lie, chat. Sometimes I like a little stink attitude because it's cute. But if you do too much, I'll dub you. We were supposed to go to that cave restaurant in Santo that everybody talk about. And me, I don't talk numbers before I touch down because I'm not with the getting taxed before I touch down type vibes, you feel me? So I'm like, yo, what's the numbers? She said 1,200 USD. I said, in serio? She said, see. Yeah, chat, that ball got kicked right out the gate. Bully come over and take your ball at the park and throw your shit out the gate? That's exactly how I went, chat. Next, blocked. That's when I came out like, man, let me find something to eat, man. I can't be cooped up in a room forever. Well, I looked across the street, I seen like a model. You know, Piantini, you could run into some heat by accident. You spoke English and asked where I was going. I'm like, yo, I kind of wanted some real Dominican food. She like, I could definitely take you to get some real Dominican food if you want. Chad, why I did some crash dummy shit and jumped in this girl's car? Could have been a straight kidnap mission. Bugged out. But I was down for the risk, I guess. I guess if I was gonna die, I was like, yo, I'ma die riding around with a baddie. You know, bad bitches make you make bad decisions sometimes. We couldn't agree on the price, so she dropped me off in a barrio gang. I think it was called Capotillo or something. While I was there, I ran into that famous empanada chick, D. Lucy. She had the wagon. But I ain't gonna front though. My instincts started to kick in when I realized where I was. So I grabbed me a couple of them joints, but yummy, I really was watching my surroundings. Me being from the hood, I could recognize when eyes is on you, especially when you out of place. I ain't even gonna cap to y'all. I was fake paranoid till that Uber pulled up. When I got back to the telly, I had to take a deep breath and reflect because, like, I really almost crashed out thinking I could move around freely just because I was good in the suit. Thank God we made it though, but I definitely had to check myself, especially being alone. But tomorrow, we back to the suit.
And I'm headed to Puerto Plata. Vi la rum boom boom en la casa.